Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Salesforce courses. Hope you're great and hope you're fine. Let's see. Yesterday I think we just provided the new functionality like um, the working times. And today I just want to make sure that we are just able to use it, and so I just go into the developer console. It's like after implementation. For us, it is just like completed, but it is not tested yet. So what I need to do is also, in my opinion, first of all, I need to open up the user story. And the user story is in here. And also the outbound change sets. That is what is just existing. Yeah, some outbound change sets. Some fields on a user story. We need a status field. And I want to put a new value into this field. Completed make documentation. For sure we need to make documentation, but also we need to reconsider not only the documentation, we also need to reconsider a global value set for sure. We consider we need to make a documentation, but also we need to put in a test. It's gonna be like test in production is fine or something. And review QA, review customer, review something. Release test in UK was deployed. Let's say we have to release something. We need to put in for sure a new value, and the value is gonna be tested successfully in UAT and also successfully in production environment. I will add the new to all, so I'm gonna go like this, and then I add this one also to the outbound change set, but by now I just will do it like this. I will just put this in the right order, and what I'm gonna do is, I think after documentation or after deployment, something like this, we need to verify this, and also the release. If we release it in UAT something, review customer, review QA, like this, tested in UAT successfully. Actually like this, hit save, and now we have it right away. So we need the global value set, right? We need a global value set, and that's going to be the QA picklist field. Actually, this outbound change set is for problems like if you want to have a new user story, then you have to get a new change set, and so the functionality of the last time. You can always get the actual stuff, and if you're beginning with the user story, you should get actual stuff out of the production, right? And since the last time the corresponding development environment hasn't been updated, so it needs to be updated with the stuff we have put into the environment. Actually, I think we didn't prepare something like the deployment. So let's go for, I hope, no, not this one. For sure this one, and also this one, and also in here. But we didn't put any in here. So what we need to do is, we need to get the stuff we have provided yesterday or something. Let's see where we have provided it. We will just go like a new window. We will just open up the deployment stuff, and let's make sure that we have the right one, the right deployment, right? We just need to sort the order, sort this one, and also like this, right? That's the last deployment, and also we need the deployment we made into the production environment is gonna be this one. So actually it was some kind of yesterday, so it was also this time, because we met, no, we didn't, no, that was a retrieve actually. Didn't we do the deployment yesterday? I think in between it couldn't save the stuff, and that's why it's not in here. But let's say we're going into this. I think we just have tried to put this one, isn't it? I hope so. But we cannot make sure, to be honest. Let's say we're going into this one, so the deployment didn't work properly, and actually I cannot figure out where or what kind of implementation we have done. I think yesterday we have done something like changed the deployments, and so we can go like maybe, is it yesterday 25th, right? So 5.6 is in here, 25th is in here. It's just a backup, and also, but we have changed this one. Maybe it can be this one, just because it's the data. I think we also need an overview about all the data that has been created in here. And I think it should take, something like this. We should get an overview about the data actually, and also with the date value that has been changed. So something like this. And let's say that has been created yesterday. It's not a big deal, but I think we just have got this one. If it's not working, it's not a big deal. But let's just put in this one in here, and we are fine, right? That's what was the sprint one, and also we need to make sure that we know what we have done in there, and that's why we just go for this one. That's gonna be the change set. Let's go for the new. Let's go this one, and this is just our change set, right? So we know about this. We also know about the date, so it's not a big deal. And I think we can leave it alone like this, So we have prepared it for the next one. Okay, let's go for this. Actually, the picked list value we have already put in. We can refresh this one, and so it's gonna be refreshed, and we have the new test in there. Make complete tested. Tested successfully in prod. So make documentation for sure, and after this is gonna be completed. The status are like to reconsider the stuff, and that you don't need to remember, or something like this. So let's go back to this, and we switch it back just because we want to do some other stuff. I think we need to make the documentation or something. We need to test this for sure, and that's why we just put it to deployed. Also, we need a new value for new value for deployed. So let's say it's gonna be deployed in prod. Deployed in prod. Yes, and we also need to test it in deployed to. Deployed to prod and deployed to UAT, something like this, to be able to test this or verify the functionality. And so we go like this, make test. It has been deployed to prod and also deployed to UAT, right? I think the deploy review QA, I think it's about this. And if it's, I don't want to have it there. No. Review internal, it's before the UAT, and also, yeah, and so we are gonna go like this. Then we have changed the global value set. We already have put it in the outbound change set, and that's why we can leave it alone. We already will change it next time. And as you can see, we changed something in the production environment, and all the data from here that we have made or created or something will be go in there. And whenever all the developer consoles or all the developer environments are refreshed on a new version relating to the stuff, then we can delete all the data. So sometimes we can just delete the data, and that we also have to make sure that all the developer sandboxes are refreshed. And so the cycle is like you go like 1, 2, 3, 4. You begin with the developer sandbox 1, and then you go on like this. And just because to make sure that all the developer sandboxes are on the same level, and for future work you can use them properly. You can make sure that they are not outdated or something, and also you make sure that you don't have too much data. And I think we should do it like this. We go like the first, the second, the third environment, and if someone has the one sandbox, it will take this one, and then another one this one, and but it's always going in a cycle. If we don't have any sandboxes free, then we need to push for one user story for sure, because one development or one sandbox means one user story, and also basically one developer, because a developer has more silence then. But if it's full and we cannot deploy, maybe it really depends on the process or on the circumstances, right? So what we're gonna do is we want to try it out, right? So what we're gonna do is it's not tested. Let's put it to this, and now we just go like no, we just try to get it. Actually, let's go the fields that we have to, and then let's go for that's not tested. Actually, I don't know why it's not coming in, because we just put it, right? Tested, now deploy to, deploy to UAT, deploy to prod. Okay. Let's say we are refreshing again, and then deployed. Actually, no. Maybe it comes later on. So let's go for the settings. Sometimes it's not working, and then you need to change just the language, and then it's gonna working. For me, it's working, and sometimes it is really working, and then you can revert this to English again. Can just revert this to English, hit save, and we go like, I hope this will solve the problem. It's not, and if not, then we can just actually it is fully deployed for sure, but we don't know, we don't know yet I don't know. Actually, let's go for the deploy to prod. It's not deactivated, it's not default, no. It's not deactivated, and so it should be available in there, actually. That's okay, Let's say it's okay. We will just leave it some time. Let's say, actually it's not on, yeah, actually it's deployed, yeah. Fully, it is, yeah, it is fully deployed, but the status value for this is still not available. So this is gonna be an information, and there's also gonna be a to-do. Yeah. Let's say we just say to-do, and it's always a to-do within all the environment, right? We can have an overview about this, and maybe an algorithm that says go through all the data in Salesforce, or the chatter data, or the classes, or the triggers, everything, and collect all the to-dos out of there. Yeah, and then we can do all the to-dos to be sure that we didn't forget anything. Sometimes it can be that we forget something, and then we can just define a process on this. So I make a to-do if we are missing this next time. Okay, but we want to make sure that it's working, so we have the result. So to use the functionality, go to the developer console and type in abz. I think we need to make a setup, right? We don't have a setup yet. Let me go to the code, yeah, to figure out the setup. And if we have done the setup, we need to write it down into the user story, and then we are able to look for it next time again. Yeah, I just need to make sure that we have everything in there, and we can, or we put everything that could change, that could save any time. Yeah, if we are using a lot of time to invest to make a documentation, we should really write it down to be sure that somebody else maybe uses less time than us. So go to the developer console. Yeah, we could go to the developer console for sure, but we are not doing it. I think I also like, let me see, Google. Is it Google? No, it's about the HTTP something. Yeah. This is something I need to make sure that there's no data that you shouldn't see. Actually, there is data you shouldn't see. That's why I will just hide this. Let me see. Load incoming attachments to. I think there is a auth code. There's something missing. Let's go to the environment again. Yeah, let's go to the environment where it has been written. So we go to the dev YAML, link to the sandbox. We will save this one, or we will just go to the sandbox. It will take quite some time. I don't know why. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Just go in here. Yeah, now it's working out. So we logged in. I think we need to go to the developer console, and so we need to go in here, maybe to the outbound chain set. But what I want to have is the location, the HTTP connection, right? And so we need to go in like HTTP. It's the same. I need to make sure that there's some data, or there's no data you shouldn't see. That's why I go in. But actually, this data is gonna be okay. It's gonna be closed. That's fine. And so I will close this section, as you're not allowed to see it, because it's about some fundamental or credentials that you shouldn't see. What is that? Confidential data, right? And so this is what we don't have in the environment, actually. As you can see here, we don't have it in here, but we have it in here. And so it is not made sure that the functionality is working. We need the rights for this. So we need to go to the HTTP connection. Yeah. Then we need to make it like the page layout. And then we have to make sure that something is in a page layout for this. Arbeitszeiten Ordner. So the folder is in there. That is why you know it's already in there. It should be visible actually. As you can see here, it is not. Yeah. Then you need to make sure that you go to the fields and relationships and set a field security for this, right? So to make sure that we can see it as a system administrator, now we are able to. And in my opinion, that's enough. Yeah, that's enough for this. Let's hit save and let's hit refresh. So this is gonna be our setup for this. And actually, yeah, this is gonna be our documentation. Like what kind of minute is it gonna be? It's gonna be the from maybe around, I would say around minute 20. Yeah, it can be a documentation. So we already documented it within the YouTube video. So what I'm gonna do is I will just get the YouTube link, and then I will provide it in here, right? So it's like documentation. Let's say that's some kind of documentation. So we need to provide a link for this, and also we will provide it in the section in here, and we will go like one. It's like the setup, right? The setup is gonna be described in video slash YouTube, or not a slash, it's a dash YouTube. Around minute, not around minute. What is it called? 20. Yeah. So now we have a documentation for this. It also has to do. Oh, sorry. Okay. Then it has to do with HTTP connection. Yeah. It will need to be put in there and into the HTTP connection, and also has a field. What is it called? Arbeitszeiten ordner. Yeah, we need to put in the Arbeitszeiten ordner, and this is gonna be the Arbeitszeiten ordner. This folder is gonna be the folder for our functionality actually. What is it gonna be? This is gonna be our description. Der Arbeitszeitenordner gibt an, in welchen Ordner. Okay, that's just the father ordner. And let's go on like meeting minutes. No. What is it gonna be? We just go into Google for sure. Then we go to the computer. Let's go to the folder for this. I will just go for the hello world for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be this one. So we have the working world, the times in here. I will try it out like this, but actually also I can delete some data. Maybe we need also a new functionality, like to delete data relating to the not all the data, right? Just data relating to this tool, I would say. And then I just need to make sure that it is going to be the data, and then it's going to be fine, right? So from now we can just say put in the data, put in some a field, something that the corresponding data has been put by this program or software, and then later on you can call it like this, and then it's gonna go only for the data you have put in, not for other data. But let's say we are deleting Yamumanka. Just we just have hello world. I think it's pretty better. And let's say we are just renaming this in test data. Yeah. And now we just have a test environment in here. It's really a test environment. We have no data in there that has to do with confidential data. Yeah, some kind. No data is linked to users. No data is linked to. Or this data is linked to users. Let's say we are just putting it into another folder. Let's say tests confidential. Yeah, that's confidential data. And so we need to no, it's not. Just let it. Let's rename this. It's test for sure. It's a test Arbeitszeit. Also in here, it's gonna be the test. We just need to make sure that all the data is obfuscated and not related to any user data. So that's pretty easy. We just go in and hit the stuff. And also in here, rename this. Hit save. Actually, I don't know what this is. Let's go for this. I will just wait for it, and also the test. I just want to make sure that we don't miss anything. And the algorithm will work if there's gonna be a CSV file, right? So as you can see, we just need to put in like this. Let's say we are saving this one. Let's say we are putting it to downloads, and let's say we just putting in stuff like documentation. Maybe I think a documentation for this user story needs to be an own object, right? So we just need the related stuff. Always we have to look for something that's already existing. So it's not a user story. I would say it's a summary, yeah, user story summary. And so we just put in working times summary. Then we go for the sprint. We will put in a sprint. Sprint name is gonna be sprint 1. Yeah. And then we go. Let's say the end time is gonna be today, and the launch time was maybe some kind of there. I don't know. It's not a big deal. We just hit this one. Then we have put it, and then we just have this one. So we're gonna go to the summary, right? And now, as you can see here, we just need cheddar for this. And so we need cheddar for this. We will change this object, and that's why we will make sure that it is gonna be in the outbound chain set. And also we will make sure that it is gonna the cheddar is gonna be implemented. So we're gonna go for cheddar. We're gonna go for the cheddar settings, feed tracking, and we need to track the feeds for user story summary. It's gonna be this one. So we just need to enable this, right? We don't need to check anything in here, just because. Oh yeah, you can also display feed activity for related objects, yes. But you don't need to check anything of this, as this is only gonna be for if you want to track who has when changed something relating to a field, yeah. And then the field is gonna be saved, like the old value and the new value, and you will have a history. It's like a standard functionality of Salesforce. So that's gonna be different. But for now, we just need the feed tracking. And as you can see here, if we refresh this one, we will have the cheddar in here right away. Okay, the cheddar is gonna be on a custom object. That's why we need to put it into here. The custom object is called user story Zusammenfassung, or yeah, we just need to reconsider it, or we remember it, and then it's gonna go in there. So we need to make a post, and the data, or there needs to be a CSV file to work. Yeah. There needs to be a CSV file. Yeah. For every working sheet. Yeah. XLS, etc. won't work. Yeah. So we need to translate the stuff into a CSV file. And for sure, maybe we can extend the functionality of the working times, but at this point, it should be put in here that we just put in the CSV file. So we're gonna go like this. We just need to put in a picture. It's gonna be from today, right? It's gonna be 26th of 11. Let's say, blah blah blah. I think I saved it in here somewhere. Should be from today actually. You also have to know what you're looking for sure. But let's say it's a little bit not good. Let's go into the download stuff actually. Downloads are in here. We're gonna go like this just because we finished this already. It's gonna be in November, then we just put it in here. Let's say we just create a new folder for today. We will go like this, November, and then we are just no, let's say that's for yesterday, and we will put in the old stuff so that we can work today a little bit better. So no, not there. Then we just go to the working times, make a new picture. We will save this as, and then we say it's gonna be this one. And then we go for like, not this one, load incoming attachments to, that's okay. It's just my ID for my Google account, but if you don't have the credentials, it's not a big deal. So we're gonna go like this one, yeah, and share. It will create a preview as well, but there needs to be one CSV file. I think the other one is not a CSV file. Actually, we go a little bit better. Yeah, we go a little bit deeper. It's gonna go like this. Hit save as. We are saving this as 18 or something. What is it called? 1818, yeah. We will also put it into the environment again, just for a comment. Yeah, we just comment this one. So we just go and attach something. As you can see here, we just attach this one. So the file must end of .csv. It must be ending with this functionality. So like this. And also we just go in like this again. Yeah, it's just documentation, right? We just go for another comment. There can be more than one text file, but just one CSV file. File ending with .csv. Yeah, that is what you have to make sure, and that is just like the documentation for this. Comment this, and now you can see that we just can have more Google Docs or something like this, but it needs to have just one CSV file, and this CSV file will be responsible to load the data. Actually, next times we can figure out more. We could just create more user stories for sure. And let's go for the user story. But what we can do as well, as I can see here, to do, like it's also a to do to what did we say? Load data from Excel or Google Sheet table files, I would say. Table files to put the resulting data into a CSV file. Yeah, that's going to be a to-do, but not for now. I think it's not that urgent, and that's okay. So what we need to do as well, we need to put the folder, and so I need to put the test data for sure. I need to make sure that we have the test data in there. And so what I need to do as well, I need to put in the opportunity actually, yeah, the opportunity hello world will also will be renamed as what is that called? Yeah, what is that called? Working times test data. Now we are working times test data. Yeah, test data worker. So it's going to be a worker. Yeah, and that's just test data. This shouldn't work anymore. This will work as well, isn't it? Test data. Let's go for rename. Yeah. Let's go for US 0081, isn't it? We will close this one, but no, it's gonna be this one for sure. Okay, we just need to not this one. This we can close. This we can close. Yeah, and let's go for this this data here. Yeah, test data. Okay, test data. This is fine. So it won't result in data, and also this won't result in data, right? It's just some test data, some build data for sure, some data in here, but it just needs to make sure that it is able to recognize the data we want to have. Yeah? So as you can see, we are not touching any code or doing anything with the code, so not going to be a big deal. But maybe we also should load the zip file, right? Let's go for the maybe it's already in here, isn't it? Test successfully. No, the deployment, I don't know. There's no deployment. Okay. Let's go for the summary, and we will go for the zip environment. So we need to put the zip file in here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our environment and load the zip file where it's gonna be, or we will assume that it is B because we didn't do it yesterday. It's for deployments. It is I think it's in here. We already put it, and so I will just put the data in here. This should be the correct data. We are not sure, but we are telling. Yeah, this should be the correct data. As you can see here, let's hit share. Let's go for the download, and let's go for the opening it, and it seems to be the right data. Sure. Yeah, it's because it has this flag, and it should be the data. So for now we have the file in there. It's like the documentation. Yeah, you have already the documentation in here, and everything is gonna be within Salesforce. Not anywhere else. So what we're going to do is we just what we need to do is Arbeitszeiten Ordner, der hat noch irgendwelchen anderen Okay, actually it's not, the help text is not healthy. Let's go for the, it's gonna be an ID, right? Okay, Arbeitszeitenordner. We just need the ID, yeah? We just need the ID. We also could translate it, but for now it's fine if it's in German. Let's go for the, what is it called? User story? No, it's the HTTP connection. We need to go for the field Arbeitszeitenordner. That's why we will put it in here. We are just changing the Arbeitszeitenordner. That's why we will change like edit, yeah, and also it's gonna be an ID. We are not changing the field name as it is gonna be used anywhere else, but we can change the label. That's fine, yeah, and we can save this one. Then we can just say custom fields. It doesn't matter in this case when we do it. It's just the field is already existing, and so we can put the field as at first. And if the field won't exist, then we would have to create it at first, but at this time it's fine. It doesn't matter when to put it into the outbound change set. It depends on how much time you would take. So I changed the field, and so I will reconsider it. Now I know it's gonna be an ID. Just because it's an ID, I can get this one and put it in here. Complete this field. I will. It has to be, yeah, and the field is gonna be mandatory, and so it will be well, it has to be put, and if not, there's gonna be an error. So next time, if anybody is on the corresponding record, it will have to be changed. So let's go for the save one, and actually we already have made the setup. Let's go for this. We will go into the image editor. We will just no, not like this for sure. We need to put we need to put the transparent, and also we need to put it like red. Apply. It's gonna be this. Okay, great. Then we go for save. It's in the downloads. It's the last picture we took. So we need to put it in here. It's like the documentation. There needs to be an ID for the working times folder, like folder ID. It's gonna be worker 1, worker 2 as folders. I think it's like this, isn't it? Yeah, worker 1, worker 2, and within one worker folder there is a folder Arbeitszeiten, yeah, and in the folder Arbeitszeiten there must be exactly one text file ending with .csv, yeah, in the name, something like this. The CSV file will contain all the data, all the working sheets, and this is testing data within Google. Yeah. So now we just share this. Now we're gonna have some information about this, and as our time is one, I wish you a pleasant evening and have a nice day and see you next time. Bye bye.